The purpose of this screencast is to show you the different types of posts you can write for your classes. In our previous screencast, we created a class and I showed you how students can join the class. We're in that class that we created in the last screencast called Test Class. Now, when you're talking about posting to your class, let me first show you what posts look like. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you what they look like. I'm going to click on Latest Posts. I have a lot of posts. Again, I've been using Edmodo for quite a few years now, and I have lots of stuff going on here, as you can see. I have lots of groups, too, as you can see. Now, I'm going to go back and click on just the test class. You notice there's nothing here. Well, I'm going to show you how to post and the types of posts. If you look up here, this is where you can find your types of posts. You've got notes, alerts, assignments, quizzes, and polls. This screencast will only be looking at notes, alerts, assignments, and polls. I'm going to save the joy of quizzes for a separate screencast. So, notes. When you're typing notes, these are your general classroom announcements. This is the post that you'll probably be using the most. So, I click on the box. Notice what happens. I now get a box down here and it says test class. This denotes who you're sending the post to. You can send it to classes. You can send it, you notice I hit the X to get rid of it. You can send it to individual people. You can even send it to yourself if you want to. All you have to do is start typing the first few letters of the group or the person, and it will pop up a drop-down menu, as you notice there. There you go. Big drop-down menu. Keep typing, narrow that down. Oop, there you go. So you can send it to a person. That's called a direct post, by the way, when you do that in Edmodo. It's private. It's just between you and that person. Or you can send it to an entire class. So we're going to send this one to the test class. So this is everybody in the class who has joined the class can see this post. Okay? So if you're posting just to a person, type in a note just to one person, just they can see it. Okay? Now, let's go to the entire class. So I'm going to click on the box. Welcome to the test class. Now notice you can attach files from your computer. You can put in links. If you want to put out a link or a website for your kids that you want them to see, you can put links out there. You can also put things that you've stored in your library. Now, if you want to know more about the library, see the library screencast. But just so you know, you can attach files, links. I usually attach a lot of links in my classroom to cool sites or to the website that I have for the class, something cool I want them to see or what I want them to discuss. All right, some neat stuff. So I usually use the link quite a bit. I also use the file. So I want to send this to the entire class. So I'm going to click Send. Now, why did it post it twice? Who knows? Sometimes this happens in Edmodo, but I want you to see this is what the post looks like. So anyone who's joined the class can see this post. Now again, if I wanted to private message someone, it's called a direct post in Edmodo. I could send that just to me, but you can also send it to more than one person. Now they don't see who else gets this message. To this person. Okay, I can keep typing people. Okay. Okay. And keep going and keep going. You can private message more than one person at a time. They don't see who else gets the message. They just see the message from you. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to exit all that out because I don't want to do that. So that's a note. You can do class announcements, things like that. Alerts, I don't tend to use very often, but they are kind of handy sometimes. Alerts, you have 140 character max. So if you want to alert them, your first assignment is due tomorrow, and I want to send this to the test class. Okay. Watch what happens. Notice that it's in bold print, and it will show up in their notifications over here. This is a neat, there you go, one new alert, one new group member. Okay, so it'll show up over here, one new alert. Okay. You can post assignments. Okay, you just put your assignment title. You have to fill in every field of this, by the way, or it won't let you post the assignment. So you put in your description, you put in your due date. I'll be nice, I'll give you an extra day. Okay. Pick what class you want this to go to, and then watch what happens. There it is. Now this tells you who turned it in. When I show you the student part in a second, you'll see how they can turn it in, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so there's assignments. Now polls are neat. I like the poll feature for quick formative assessment or quick feedback on something like, hey, how'd you like this activity? Or what do you want to learn about next? Or you could ask them all sorts of questions with the poll. So you could have fake question, answer 1, answer number 1. And you can add answers, obviously, okay? And then you can delete them over here. And again, you can pick who you want to send this to. Then you hit send. See it, answer number 1, answer number 2. And then what they'll do is they'll come in and they can vote automatically. There'll be a little vote button. But you can see the results as they come in. All you have to do is hit the word refresh, and it will refresh who's voted for what. Okay? Now, you've got those types of posts. Now, if you notice, again, I went to latest posts. I have a lot of stuff over here. All right. You can filter your posts in a class. You notice when I was at latest posts, if you look right up here, when I'm in test class, I can filter posts by. When I'm just in latest posts, can't do anything. By the way, these posts right here, you can't ever get rid of them. Okay, there's no deleting them. Okay, well, I guess if you want to delete them, you can. See this arrow? Okay, but there's no delete function. You can only delete posts that you created. Okay, so you got a lot of stuff there. If you want to sort some posts, you can filter posts by alerts, assignments, feeds, polls, quizzes, recent replies. Okay, you can do that over here as well. You can filter by direct posts, which again are those private messages. You can filter by student. You can filter by assignment. Okay, so you can filter by all of that. So I do this quite a bit when I just want to look at the assignments and who turned in what, so I'll just see the assignments. So I'll do that for you. Okay, boom. Okay, I can just filter by the polls so I can see the results. So that way it kind of takes out all the other junk and you can just see that particular post. So that's how to create the basic posts in Edmodo. And for the teacher end, how does this appear to the students? Well, if you come over, I'm logged into my student self, and I'm going to refresh the page here. Oh, you see, before there wasn't a whole lot of posts, and now there are. So if I can come in, I can take that poll. Then the results show to them right away. I can turn in that assignment, which I'm going to show you again in another screencast. Okay, they can see the alert, and they can see the 2, for some reason, notes that I typed. So they see exactly what you type, only they have some slightly different options depending on which post you put in there. Okay? So that's how to create the post. This is what it looks like to students. In the next screencast, we will delve into more Edmodo goodness.